Hello students. Today we are going to continue with our previous chapter, Tribes, Nomads and Settled Communities. This is the third part of the lecture. In the previous two lectures, we studied about what are tribal societies, how are they different from the regular societies, which types of main tribals lived throughout the Indian physiographic zone. We studied how the northern plains were majorly occupied by the Gakhars, the Balochis, the Langas. On the eastern side, we had the Ahoms, Nagas, Khons. On the western sides, we had Kolis, Jatwals, Bhils, and on the southern part, we had Vetars, Marwads, etc. types of different tribal communities living in different zones. These tribal communities were sometimes pastoralist also, and we also studied how the pastoralist communities, famously known as the Banjaras, used to move from one place to another place and do trading and different activities in the zone. In today's lecture, we'll move on with the chapter. We'll see how the society was changing gradually with time and with the intervention of different kind of people. With the increase in the size of the dynasties, different types of people, different cultural backgrounds were merging together and were forced to live in one area. This resulted into smaller castes or jatis which emerged from the already existing Varna system. New castes started emerging uh, from the Brahmanas, from the Kshatriyas, from the Vaishyas. Different types of occupations emerged like smiths, carpenters, masons, the chariot makers. These people, they all subdivided the Varna system and brought up new kind of jatis and gods in the social structure. To take examples of this changing society, the most uh, important changes that were occurring was that the new gods and the new jatis that were emerging, they were all trying to relate themselves to the already existing high varnas and wanted to be a part of those clans only. For example, the Kshatriyas were the most looked for Varna that everybody wanted to be related with. Different kind of tribal communities, different kind of societies, they slowly and gradually changed their culture and started claiming themselves to be Kshatriyas because they wanted that pride, they wanted that valor to be celebrated by them and to be respected by the society. This change in the social structure was majorly because the Kshatriyas were considered as the rulers, and the rise of Rajput clans to the position of rulers gives us a very good example for the tribal people to follow this trait. Slowly and gradually, the Brahmins also placed their support for the Rajputs to be declared as the rulers, and with this, in a very vast area including Punjab, Sindh, Northwest Frontier, the Rajputs claimed their territory and declared themselves as the rulers. But one significant feature that these tribal communities still carried was that they still did not recognize the caste system, the the unequal social order that was prescribed in the Orthodox Hinduism. It was not widely accepted in these clans. So we see how the tribal communities lived in the Indian subcontinent and how the lives of the tribal communities affected the life of the regular societies, and this gave an impact on both the sides of the society in an equal manner.